Hello, this would be my first tutorial. It's my first real YouTube thing, I guess. But, I used to be a very big Pokemon card fan. And so I have stacks and stacks of just Pokemon cards that I never used because I never played the game. And I just, I'm sure you're like me and you're wondering, well, what can I do with these cards? So I decided to, computer's not plugged in, make a bag out of them. This one's not done. I still need to make the handles. But yeah, it's a fun, nifty little idea. You can put tape inside it if you want. There are little pockets that I've made right here. So you can have a credit card. This is an old Pokemon Snap card. And, oops. There you go. Little credit card holders as well. You can make smaller sizes if you want. There's a smaller size that I've made for my younger sister. So if you'd like to learn how to make some of these handbags out of Pokemon cards, stick around. I'll teach you how to do that. First, let's go over the materials that we're going to be needing. A good pair of scissors always helps. Packaging tape. Lots of it, because this is your bread and butter right here. We also have duct tape. This one's optional. You could either use it as handles, which is in another tutorial, or you can use it on the back, like the inside of the purse, which you don't have to. Some people like the Pokemon card inside look, such as this. But, if you're like me, maybe you're not, but it just adds a little something, I think. And, of course, Pokemon cards. Lots of Pokemon cards. Depending on dimensions, this one is a 3x4. So, 3, 4. This bigger one I have over here. Much larger. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3x6, and this one makes quite a big bag. I suggest with any bag you use, 2 for the bottom, plenty wide enough. And my suggestion also is use cards that you don't necessarily like, because 1, you're not ever going to see it anyway. And this is probably the part that's going to get the most wear and tear. So you don't want to put, the Pokemon cards that you really enjoy here. You want to put them more on this side. Also, these ones are going to get bent when you close it. So if that's another thing, that's an issue. These are also cards that you like, but not too much. And these are the ones that you quite enjoy. So, let's begin. I'm going to make a quite smaller purse for this tutorial. I'm making a 2x4. And unlike the others, I'm going to make it slightly different because I'm going to make a lid with it. So, here we go. I've already kind of gotten started. I made the bottom of the thing. I showed you briefly with the inside. But these are the cards that are going to make my base, or the bottom of the bag. So first, you're going to get your tape. Just have a flat surface is best that I liked. See, yep, that should about do it. I already pre-lined my Pokemon cards the way that I liked them, so it'd be a lot easier for me to get this done. So just put it down and start lining your cards up. Try being very careful. This one's actually my first rare card that I've ever got. So I want this part of my bag, because it kind of has sentimental meaning to me. You don't have to have ones that have sentimental meaning. It can be your favorites. It can be whatever. Or just, you know, super awesome cards. Okay, so we got them all in line. I'm going to start trimming the excess tape. Also, it's good. I'll use this bag for now. But it's good to have something to put the tape on because there's going to be a lot of tape. I didn't cut that quite close enough. And sometimes with the excess tape, it's good to save for later because there's going to be quite a few things going on. Like extra things, for example, like pockets for credit cards. I'll be making some of those in this tutorial as well, so if you'd like to learn how to do that, maybe skip ahead. Or just stay with us, and I'm sure I'll be fast forwarding a lot soon, so don't worry, it won't be super long. Okay, now that we have them all in a line, we need to do what I like to call poor man's lamination. We can't exactly laminate these cards, so we kind of laminate them ourselves using tape. I also like to go a little longer with the tape, so it goes down to here. So I can wrap it around, and I'll quickly show you that. Just wrap it around like that. Press down. And that way, this top edge right here, it's smooth and it's not so pokey, I guess. And then we continue doing that. Also, I kind of find it important, but don't forget the back as well. So we want to make it as weather resistant as possible, I suppose would be the best way to put it. So if water gets on the card, it doesn't destroy it. It just gets on the tape and runs down. Alright, and then you have a set. Do this quite a few times, and then we're going to connect them all. I'll show you how to connect them, but first I'm going to quickly do these 4 cards as well. And I'll see you when this is all taped up. Now that I got my 2 sections all taped up and ready to go, you're going to want to tape these now together, which is actually a fairly simple process, really. Just grab more packaging tape. Try to figure out how long it is. What I do is on the back, so if it gets all wrinkly, then you don't really see it, because it's on the inside of the bag and not the outside. First, I'm getting ahead of myself. Should always trim. Trimming is always good. And there we go. matched it up. And also, I like to do the front as well, just because I think it gives it slightly more durability. And now you have the front of your bag, which I like to call the bragging rights. The cards that you're like, ooh, I want to show off. These would be your front ones. Alright, and if you want to line them with the duct tape, this is the stage you want to do that in. You don't have to. Some people, like I said, like the Pokemon card logo. I, however, do like the duct tape, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so we have the back all covered, and it's time to trim. Alright, so my front is all complete. I got the front, I got the back. So what you're going to want to do is make a back, which I have already done, so you don't have to suffer through that process. So I made both sides, and I already showed you guys that I already made the bottom. The bottom is pretty much the same, except the only difference is that the cards are no longer facing the same way. They're facing opposite directions. Alrighty. And now we'll be going on to the sides so they can connect sides of the bag. I find that 2 across from each other like this is plenty enough. Good enough room. It's not too big, it's not too small. So what you're going to do is, with this one, I haven't made a 2 before, but what you're going to do, first you're going to measure. So I've already pre-measured how many cards it takes. So you want the top, the bottom, and I'm actually going to have one overlapping. So this one I'm going to have 3 cards. What I do to put the sides on, I think it kind of makes things easier, at least for me, because it just matches it up quite nicely. So that's what you want to do ultimately. You want to match up all the sides. So you have the tape and the main part of your thing. And all you're going to do is simply, actually I'm going to put this one on top. Line them up. There we go, that one's at the bottom. I mean, you'll never get straight lines unless you use a protractor, and I don't want to. But close is actually, you know, close enough is plenty. I'm going to have one that overlaps. And then so it bends easy. Take some packaging tape. try to get the correct. Yeah. I use my feet. I'm sorry if that grosses you out, but I don't have enough hands. Just go midway like this, so you have more tape, and you're just going to fold like that. That way you get a flap. Things just to the side like that. And as always, trim and continue laminating, or not pro, poor man laminating. It's kind of like poor man's lemonade, where you water, lemon, sugar, all the ingredients to make lemonade. Don't forget this part again. It's important. And if it does get stuck, be gentle, because that can happen. And if that happens, then I just kind of go for it. Like, okay, this is the way it wants to bend. That's the way it wants to go. So now you have one part of the side, and I'm going to need 3 more cards to do the other side and tape them together. So I kind of do the same thing with this side as well. Pretty much the same process. Just halfway mark tape. So it's got tape right here, but it's still on. And this one. We go. And again, just do your best. Match them up as well as you can. One end, and do the other end. Okay, just making sure that was still sticky. And the middle, overlap. Usually, I don't like putting green on green, so I'm actually going to switch this out. I like having it a different variety, so I'm going to put blue one instead. And then you're going to do the same thing. Poor man lemonade. Also, don't forget to bend it, because oh, I already taped it that way. But like I said, with this side, so it has the flap. Should probably do it with this side too. I didn't. I forgot. So that was my bad there. But it's okay. It still bends. This is the time also, if you want to do the extra duct taping, this would be the time you do that. So I'm going to start doing that. I'll see you when I'm done with this, and I'll do this side as well. You already know how to do that, so I'll spare you the watching of all that.